Hello, everybody, and welcome to day 2 of the Arena Open. Before I dive in, I do want to remind you that if you enjoyed this video and these high-level standard videos, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment in the comment section down below. And if you want to catch the action live, you can catch me at twitch.tv/NicolaiBolas. In today's event, I'm going to be using Jeskai Lukka. It's like the best deck in the format. Everyone's gunning for it, but I just like to stick with this deck because it's the deck that I know the best. I've played it the most. I played it in the last high-level event, the Mythic qualifier that I played in, and did pretty well with it. And I'm using the list that LSV posted on CFB Pro. I'm going to be using his sideboard guide as well. Basically, this deck, for those of you that have never heard of it, I'm sure most people have heard of it at this point, and many people hate people that play the deck, but hate the game, not the player. No, hate the player, not the game. No, that's the opposite of the message I'm trying to send here. But I like this deck, and I'm going to be playing it. Basically, you use Fires of Invention to get free mana. Your Lukka minuses on a token to get your Agent of Treachery. Yorion can blink your Agent of Treachery. You can also blink Elspeth Conquers Death. Your token makers are good things to blink. We've got some Omens here. And, thank you so much for the description, Voice of LA. I really do appreciate that. Thanks for sharing the support with me. And then we have Shark Typhoon for a late game engine, especially in post-board matchups where you get a lot grindier and more controlling with the vetoes, the disputes. Archon of Sun's Grace plus a couple more Omens is the trick against the aggressive decks because we do have a lot of enchantments. And then Commence the End Game is another great tool for beating those control mirrors. Tail's End is also a unique, cute one of. But yeah, the land base is pretty straightforward as well. Just pretty simple. We just have a bunch of shock lands for our colors, a couple basics of each type, some planes to go fetch with our Birth of Meletus, and I'm pretty excited to dive on in. Maybe you didn't join the event early enough, JVG Judge. You had to join by between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. Pacific time. I made sure I joined, and then and just playing it later, but you had to join earlier in the day. Okay, first match. Let's see what they are. They are a Luris deck, so that probably means they are cycling or they are a sacrifice deck of some kind. Yeah, that's rough to hear, JV Judge, but yeah, it happens. Okay, so against a cycling deck, Narset is one of the best cards we have. We also have a Fires of Invention to get some nice mana advantage. And we have a tool against the Fox. I think we keep this hand. We can cycle this on turn 2. It is an interesting hand, but I think against cycling, we can beat it. It could be some sort of sacrifice deck. It is cycling. Perfect. Okay, so Narset is going to be our priority here. And now that we have the mana to cast it, I think we still shock this in because we want to make sure we hit our land drop, so we will cycle this Shark Typhoon. And if they play like a Valiant Rescuer here, we get to Teferi bounce it. Okay, so they have a Shark Typhoon. They have a Flourishing Fox. Just trying to draw our lands here. Interesting. Okay, so we have a Shadow of the Sky. Okay. So the greedy line here is to go Teferi, bounce Fox, and then next turn hit a land so that we can go Fires, Shatter. And even we can Shatter at instant speed. And then we can play Narset the following turn to shut them down. So this Fox is going to be cycling. They're going to get a cycle this turn. Then they're going to play a land and cycle 3 more times. So it's going to be a 5/5. I'm going to take the greedy line here. It's a rough matchup. You got to sometimes risk it to get the biscuit. We need an untapped land here. But this really greatly reduces the amount of pressure they have access to here. Because now they aren't going to be hitting me with this thing for a turn. In worst case scenario, I get this bounced. I drew a tap land, unfortunate. But we have one more draw step at it. And we still get to play our Narset next turn, which they'll have to attack with their Fox or they just get owned. We're slowly working our way up. Everyone I played today did go 7x. Interesting. So now they're switching strategies. So they're getting rid of the fox. They're keeping the fox in hand, which is good for me. Really good for me. Oh, yeah, we hit the land. Perfect. So we are going to get a plains with this. Play fires. Shatter the sky. Yeah, now. I don't want to lose my Teferi. If I can help it next turn Narset's going to be a big deal. And, yeah. Next turn I can go Narset Yorion. And then also cycle this Triome. New deck, Voice of LA. Okay, the Fox is back. They're cycling now. Really interesting that they're cycling on their turn. We're just trying to get to a point where we can steal their lands before they can... Okay, that's huge. So, these tokens make their cycling really awkward. I have no idea. I'm not going to mess around with that right now. So we can Omen Yorion. We can cast Omen, cast Yorion, exile, 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 play Narset. Yeah, I think we'd rather have more tokens than one more draw look with Narset, just because the life is really important too. So we're going to play this for free. Then we're going to play the Temple to scry. Then we're going to Yorion. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what we scry first. Shark Typhoon, don't really want that. We're looking for Lukka. So we're going to get this in. Plus. One, two, three things. Play this Narset. They do have 5 cyclers in the graveyard, so they can already Zenith Flare to death. We're going to activate the ability here. Dovin's Veto is huge for Zenith Flare later on, so I think we get that. Because now they have to have 2 Zenith Flares. Actually, I can't use that with Fires of Invention, so that was bad. But I can get rid of Fires of Invention sometimes. I can bounce it to my hand with Teferi once I get to that point in the game. So I think it's going to be fine. I think it's good. Don't really need another Omen of the Sun. They can't cycle very much because of this Narset, so they have to point one thing at the Narset. Narset really shuts down the cycling deck. Yeah, I will bounce my own fires at some point. But I think I'm going to see what I get this next turn. They can only draw... They can't draw another card. They can't cycle on their turn. Why not bounce Narset? Because I wanted to get 4 tokens so that I can like chump these for a couple turns. And I had to go... I wanted to get the 4 tokens from the Omen and the 4 life points. So basically this Narset is really hosing them right now. If they point a Zenith Flare at it, that's a major victory for me. Because at this point, I'm in a really stable spot. The Narset also makes it so they can't cycle very much. The opponent may have rage quit from their computer, is what it looks like. But hopefully that's the case. Because then we get a nice little straightforward win in this game. Or they're just passing the turn and they're using that as a deception mechanism. Okay, so we can also, now we can flicker our own Yorion, get the same value train going again. We're going to play this. First we're going to play, activate Narset, see what we find. If we find Lukka, that's huge. It looks like the opponent has rage quit, which would be really good for me. But basically, if I find Lukka, then I have a really good turn. I have a really good turn anyway here because I can bounce Yorion with my Teferi and flicker all these things. I don't really want to flicker the Narset necessarily, because then they can get a bunch of cycling in and grow their Fox. Currently, they can only grow their Fox by 1 counter per turn. Actually, they can grow it by more, but then they don't redraw. Teferi. It's also a Typhoon. Yeah, I do have new emojis, which is cool. Okay, so view the battlefield. So we don't really care about their stuff. Okay, we're going to get the Shark Typhoon. Play the land. So we can agent something soon. Then we're going to -3 onto actually cancel. Combat, attack with Yorion. So I can play Shark Typhoon and ECD with these mana. No, I want to play... I'm just going to hold up mana to cycle the Shark Typhoon. Bounce Yorion, see what I draw. Next turn I can get Agent down. I want to bounce these two. I don't think I want to bounce the Narset, because I want to just keep it in play to mess with them. So I bounce those two. 3, I can then just play ECD. They don't have any targets for it. They have Luris, so I guess I want to hold it for Luris. End turn. They come back. I gained more life. Thanks, Anti. Opponent may just have actually like disconnected from their computer. That's another explanation. They don't have to be raged or anything. Their computer might have disconnected. And yeah, they just haven't done anything for a few turns. Really good for me. We definitely stabilized this game with this Narset and this Teferi. I think the decision to keep that hand, also the decision to go for the greedy Teferi line, was really what turned this out in our favor. It would have been a lot weaker if we had just waited a turn and then tried to shadow this guy, I think. We would have been a much lower life total. Things would not have worked out this well. Their mana was rough in the early game. They missed on a planes, and they have exploded. Victory. Game 2 coming up. Second try. Wait, what? We just got a straight up win in the round. Let's go. Easy money, baby. Just updating my record for the stream. Wow, they actually disconnected. That is huge, foot chat. That was like a free win, essentially. Our opponent just literally... Still best of 1 after all. Well, we already locked in 2,000 gems. Another win, we get 4,000 gems. It just ramps up and up. Just got to be focused. We're focusing on the good plays here. The best part for me is that I just enjoy hanging out with chat and playing in high-level events. Like, the prize could be, like, very minimal, and I would still be really hyped. It's just, like, really nice to hang out with everyone. We all get $2,000, Isaac. Okay, so we're against another Luris deck. So that means likely a cycling matchup. which means I think this is a keep. On the draw, we have decent odds of drawing an untapped land by turn 2. And in that case, we're going to be able to get 2-drop, 3. Yeah, this is a keep. We have Narset, which is one of our best cards in the matchup. We are against cycling. They have the turn 1 Fox, maybe. Mayhaps a turn 1 Fox. Shadow Spear. Oh, it's the Mono White Auras deck, maybe. Okay. So we could lead with the Vantress. I don't think we want to thin our deck with the Fabled Passage at the moment. But we do want any land, so I think we do. Maybe we'll get a Plains. Okay. So this is a matchup where Solar Blaze has the potential to really shine if they don't have the +1/+3 aura. We're still going to get a Plains here because we just need to be able to cast Birth of Meletus this turn. Smooth out our draw. Booyah, that was exactly what we needed. We're going to kill this now. I guess, yeah, the reason not to do this on their turn is because there's a +2/+2 in the deck. And we would take extra damage if we do that then. Choose red, okay. I'm okay with that outcome. Sure. Solar Blaze is going to be huge for us. We just definitely need to guarantee that coming down. So let's get this Birth of Meletus out here. A great thing about Solar Blaze is because the creature does damage to itself, if they try to give protection from white, then their creature will still die. So, yeah. Big gains here. This is a do or die turn for us. Is there any way we can delay? I don't think so. We just have to hope that they don't have another God's Willing. I mean, that we hope that they have God's Willing rather than +2/+2 and Hexproof. Yeah, that was the card we were trying to bait out before. Unfortunately, it did not work out for us. But it's okay. We still have Teferi. And we're gaining 2 life here. Do they have another protection spell? That would suck. Gotta be said, that would really suck. What a bummer. So I think we're going to bounce the All That Glitters. Just so they have to recast it. And this way, if we draw a Lukka, we can take their guy. And also Yorion can buy us some time. Okay, they've killed our Teferi. Teferi down. So we can play Lukka next turn if we draw it. Definitely our best draw. That was really smart of them, though, to use the God's Willing first. It would be very tempting to use the other option, the other order. Okay, so we can use this to start getting our mana advantage online. They didn't equip or anything. So this is what we're going to do this turn. going to flicker the Omen of the Forge here. Sure, we'll shoot them. I wasn't thinking about that card, but it makes sense. I thought they were playing around another board wipe. If we find Lukka this game, we're in good shape. Scry on beginning of turn. Yeah, I'll set a stop on the upkeep so I can at least consider it. They're playing this awfully safe. So we can scry. Oh, we can just use this to scry. And then next turn, once we have Omen in play, we can double scry. So we're going to do this. There is no Lukka there. Get rid of both of those. Agent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We get our planes, our last planes in the deck. Yes! Woo, baby! Let's go! Unreal. Heck yes. 5 damage to target creature or planeswalker that's white or blue. We definitely want Fry. So let's see what LSV suggests for mono red, and then we'll adapt it for that. So against mono red, he recommends it's different than versus cycling because of the way it works. But then we're going to adapt this. We're not going to just take this verbatim. 2 Omen of the Forge. He recommends 3 Archons and 1 Tail's End. So these are the cards he recommends for Dovin's Veto, Agent, and Narset. For 1 Agent, the Dovin's Veto, and the Narsets. Okay, so this is the changes he recommends for mono red. I think we definitely need to make sure we get this Fry in there. And I think that Narset's actually maybe okay in this matchup. I like the Archon plan overall. Omen of the Forge is nice even if they are suiting up a creature. Yeah, ECD is really bad against Luris. Yeah. So I like cutting that and adding back in some number of Narsets. I think I want to have the 3rd Agent, because just casting like we did in that game, and if we can stall it out, is good. I like having this Archon plan, because that'll give us a lot of blockers. The board wipes are definitely key. Tail's End does nothing here. So I don't think we want that. We want Fry. We want us to interact early and often. And some life gain. So let's add that back in. We can add in Dovin's Vetoes. Dovin's Veto can help us counter some of their key stuff. I guess we can probably cut. They're just mono white. Okay, I think this is fine. Narset seems a little bit slow, but it can dig us towards our board wipes. So let's have 2 Narsets, 2 Vetoes, cut an Agent, and run it like this. I'm not like the master of sideboarding with that one, but because I haven't faced this matchup all that much, but getting game 1 is definitely huge because this matchup does not seem great. They got stuck on 2 lands that whole game, which really helped us. Okay, so we have Fires, we have Teferi. Is that good enough to be keepable? They mulliganed. We're going to mulligan this hand. Teferi's fine. We want Fry and stuff. Okay, we have Shadow the Sky. So that doesn't matter about protection. We'll keep this hand and get rid of a land. Get rid of red-white, I think. We have double red. We have double blue. We're going to go Triome. Oh, they don't have a 1-drop. That's huge. Well, we're definitely still playing the Triome. We want to make sure our lands come in untapped in this game. Okay, so they have Hushbringer, sure. The fact that it's slower. Okay, we'll keep this land, though. Okay, get another red source into play. We're going to play our Narset here. Good thing we have this instead of a Solar Blaze. Must say. We have double red already. Gonna use the Narset. They don't have a fast start this time. They only have 3 cards in hand. Teferi's nice. Which matchups? It's good at SIP. It helps against cycling decks where they have a big Fox. It helps because I can keep my 0-4 Birth of Meletus tokens in play. I'm 1-0, and I'm up a game in round 2. All that glitters. Are they attacking me? Yes, they are. So, see what we find here. Hopefully we find fires. Lukka. So Lukka doesn't do anything while Hushbringer's on the battlefield. Still think we take Lukka. So, what could they have? If they have God's Willing, this does what it needs to do. They have to have specifically Karametra's Blessing. This lowers their number of outs in the situation, gives them less time to draw their Karametra's Blessing. They draw the card, but it's dead. Yes! That's huge. Huge play for us. Huge moment in the game. They now have no threat. They have a Healer's Hawk now. 2 Healer's Hawks. Play Yorion to flicker our Narset. Also set up a scary Lukka for next turn that they know we have. Thanks, Ethan. That's a sick money emote. Never seen that one before. Having lands is fine, though. We're okay. We're chilling on lands. We have a Triome. We can cycle. We're at a 14 life, which is pretty good. They didn't have Karametra's Blessing, but that doesn't mean they don't have protection. Luris, okay. Do they have a land for Hushbringer? They do not. Okay. Let's see what we find off this first. Omen of the Sun. I think I like the Omen better. Okay, so we're going to Teferi. We're going to crack this Fabled Passage before we do anything too extreme. I should have done that first, probably. No matter. They're doing God's Willing proactively. Okay. battlefield. We have double white for our castle. We have 3 red. Let's just get an island. So we still have stuff to get with our Births of Meletus. If we draw those, we can either plus or minus. Do we want to try and bounce one of the Healer's Hawks? That doesn't really accomplish much. So let's just plus, I think. No attacks. End turn. So they have some decent stuff here. Yep. Their Luris is kind of scary. We can just threaten to bounce it next turn. And if they give pro blue, then we know that we aren't going to go for our Lukka. I still have good timing. I can always jump with my Omen of the Sun. Okay, their graveyard is empty. They've gone all in on this Luris. Take the opportunity to flash an Omen. Jump block there, eat a bird. He goes to 4 loyalty. They didn't look like they had any instants. Okay, so we're going to start things off by Narset. See what we find. Okay, Birth of Meletus or Omen. They can't play instants. Right, because of the Teferi. Good point. Well, that makes this easy. Take Omen. Good game. Oh, nope, wrong one. Shoot. We'll knock off all the auras again anyway. And we can actually shock ourselves here. Play this Omen. Whoops. Maybe I'm not supposed to bring in the Archon. Archon does seem like it would be good just to help me stabilize, though. They can rebuild their Luris this turn, but then I can take it. And I still have Teferi to keep me safe. Narset, don't really want. Shark Typhoon, could be okay. Okay, so we're going to plus Teferi to start. We can Omen of the Sea, sack that because this Pegasus is better than Omen of the Sea token. I kind of want to start to see if I hit an agent. I only have 2 agents left in the deck. If I do hit agent, no, I hit another one of those. Okay, that's fine. Oh, I should have attacked first. My bad. I'm very, very far ahead. No need to worry mode right now. I'm going to hold up this Shark Typhoon so I can make a blue creature in case they try to give protection so they can hit through something. I'm going to shock myself so I can make a 1/1 and also play an Omen. Or I can just make a 5/5. Why is getting Archon bad? It's just bad compared to what a the other option is, which is a Agent of Treachery to kill this. Archon is better because I can actually just cast it during the game. That's wrecked. Got him. Hooked him. Me and my opponent are both kind of forgetting what our cards do. Yes! 2-0! Feels good, folks. 2 up, 2 down. The first matchup was kind of a gimme because our opponent disconnected / rage quit. Probably disconnect because they didn't even play games 2 and 3. But now we are 2-0. Very, very simple, straightforward. Great way to start. Already gotten back 4,000 gems. Actually, I'm going to take a moment to center myself. Deep breath. There we go. Ugh. I feel like I was ahead game 1 when they DC'd. I was going to win game 1 for sure. That was a locked game, but they could have still won game 2 and 3. That was by no means a lock. Chat reminds me how Teferi works. Ooh, we're against a Yorion Mirror. And we have a good hand. We got fires. We got lands. We got token makers. This is a pretty great hand for the mirror. The fires can do good work. I'd rather have a good stream experience than worry about the 1% of people that know my stream exists that play Magic Arena. I mean, I'm not the biggest streamer out there. Okay, we'll get our Birth of Meletus going. We would like to draw one good spell to follow up our fires on turn 4. But even if we don't, we can start to scry and stuff. So if we draw Lukka, we win, I'd say. So that's a pretty nice place to be. Both of us are doing same things in this one. So they probably also have an Omen. So just give me a Lukka, please. Oh, that's a really good follow-up. Actually really hyped to see that one. They have a counterspell? Ether Gust. Okay, we'll put that on top, yeah. I think it's one of the key cards in the matchup. It is pretty brutal if they steal it, but, you know, we just have to kind of hope for the best here. We're just going to play our cards, hope they don't have what they could often have. Play the Steam Vents, tapped. No attacks. So the problem here is if they play Lukka this turn, which they could, I mean, they're going to draw that some percentage of the time, then they take my stuff, yeah. They take my fires and they play their Yorion and I lose. Maybe not. Maybe I can finagle something here. Depends on what they do. I'm betting they're going to play this Yorion now. But I can then play my own Lukka, sack a token, take their Lukka, sack a token, take the fires back, play Yorion. So maybe it will be he who laughs last, laughs longest. Depends on what they take here. I'm lucky enough that I have enough red sources to be chilling. Okay, so this looks like we're going to win still. Pay 2 life. Lukka. Minus. Lukka. Steal there, Lukka. We will keep this one. Minus. Take fires back. Play Yorion. We cannot exile the Lukka because it is not ours to do. Manfield just hit 6-1. That's awesome. I love Manfield. He's great. Okay. Okay, so we are going to take Teferi. So they can't bounce their Lukka back to their hand. And we are going to take land, probably. I have to imagine. Take the thing, yeah. And we get to scry too. We have another Lukka here. I think we would like another Lukka just as an insurance plan. We don't need another fires. We're kind of already all aboard the fires train. This is our fires to start with, so they would have to have another Lukka here. If they have another Lukka, we're still in fine shape. They Lukka, they take our fires. They can't play Yorion again. So if they have another Lukka, they play Lukka, they minus on Yorion, they get to take Teferi. They bounce their Lukka back to their hand. So then I would like to have I think Lukka's good. Maybe we're supposed to take the Yorion there in case they do have a second Lukka. I don't understand. I can't fully explain, but like when the plays were happening, I just kind of saw this whole vision in my head of how the next turns are going to play out, and it really worked out for me. So if they have Lukka, which I think is their only good card in this situation, they do lose the Yorion. But next turn I can... Okay, they do have Lukka. Jeez. Nutty. Absolutely insane. Thanks, Ghosty Boy Raps. I appreciate that. That is not how Lukka works. They don't know how their card works. It's greater converted mana cost. So they just screwed it up and lost because of it. They might have had a chance. But now it's over. Yep. Okay, so we're going to start things off by Lukkaing. And we will take their land. Then we will ECD. Oh, I'm on full control. Oh, they're on full control. They tilt me. Then we will minus turn our Lukka. And return our Yorion. Play Yorion. Got the W. Okay, so for the mirror match, we're going to use LSV's sideboard guide for the mirror. Versus Jeskai Lukka, you bring in 2 commence, 1 Tail's End, the Dovin's Vetoes. 2 commence, 1 Tail's End, the Dovin's Vetoes. The Mystical Disputes and the Fry? Interesting. Oh yeah, Fry kills Teferi, right. Okay, so we bring in a lot of cards for the mirror. That's really a pro of this list that I'm using. Technically should have attacked first, it wasn't going to matter. Minus the Solar Blaze and the Shadow Sky, obviously. Minus the Omen, the Fires, and a Birth. So basically the reason you take out Omens, you become a control, because you become a control deck and you have a lot of counters now. Birth, Fires, Omen, Shatter, Solar Blaze, Fry, Mystical Dispute, Commence the Endgame. Okay. I like this. Yeah, we take out a Birth too because it's just kind of a dirtly card. Hopefully this game isn't starting to lag. I think I'm going to restart MTG Arena after this round. Ugh. That really worked out for us that last game. That was a close one. Yep, we'll keep it. There's a priority on stopping them from having their early Teferis and stuff. And early Narsets. They're mulliganing. That's good for us. I think we're not going to jam our Birth of Meletus on turn 2. Because we want to make sure we can shut down a early Teferi. Okay, they are on a mulligan to 5. So we just want to make sure we don't lose to a crazy Teferi or something. So we're going to go get an island with this. By getting an island, it lets us hold up Mystical Dispute on turn 2. I mean on turn 3 for their Teferi or Narset. Chat is laggy. My game is laggy. Okay, now we can hold up both Omen of the Sea and a Mystical Dispute. Is the screen lagging? I know that my game is lagging, but is like the stream lagging? Or is it just the natural lag from the stream? Okay, the video is lagging too. Okay, it must be partially like my computer's getting overloaded with so much stuff going on. I'm just going to close this thing for now. So the stream is lagging. I'll restart some stuff after. But for now, we're just going to persevere. More Mystical Disputes is good. But we do want to draw lands. So I think we will only keep... we don't want to keep either. We just want to draw land. There we go. So now we have all the lands we need. We're chilling. My video and the game. Well, such is life sometimes. Our Shark Typhoon token will be good here. They get to resolve their Teferi. I'm assuming they have their own Mystical Dispute. Nope, no Mystical Dispute. Nice. So if they can get a Lukka down right now, yeah, we're going to restart after this match. So they look like they're going for a Lukka here. We're just going to hold up our mana so that they don't go for a Lukka here. Okay, so we're going to make a 2/2 Shark. Them playing their tap land pre-combat is so huge for me. Because now, if they attack to get in a point of damage, which they might do because every point of damage matters, I can ambush one with my Shark. And then next turn play a Teferi to bounce their other tokens so they don't have any tokens for a Lukka. So them playing that tap land drastically changes the way this game shapes out. Also, they should have cracked Fabled Passage before scrying. That's just a general tip, because now they can't do that. We're still going to make this on their end step. Resolve both triggers. It all looks good now. Okay, so this turn we're going to play plains, get our Teferi down. I like the auto paying. Okay, so that's pretty nice. We're going to look for a counter spell, of course. Beautiful, kind of. Does not stop Lukka, unfortunately. We're fine if we trade sharks with them. We don't really want to lose our Teferi, though. Never mind. Okay, so they lose the card they scried to the top, which is really nice. Don't know why they cracked that then. If they scried to the top, they could have just waited. They already knew what they were drawing. I don't think we lose to a Lukka here. Okay, they're scrying. It's much less explosive. Because again, we have both of these tokens, so we can do the same thing we did last time. Actually, we don't. We have a second red source in hand, yeah. Maybe we should have played this red source, because we could get burned by them stealing our red source, so we can't play Lukka. So maybe that could cost us. ECD, okay, that's fine. That is more than fine. That's definitely okay. Let's see what we shall find. Omen and red source. I like the red source. I don't need the omen. So we're just going to keep the red source on top so we can not get screwed over. Okay. So they can flicker the ECD with Yorion. So this turn I could just ECD their ECD. I think Lukka-ing is really good here while they're tapped out. So I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to take control of their ECD, I think. Or I could just take a land. If they do have a land, they can play land, get Yorion, exile, kill Lukka, but then we're just going to take their land. They need a red source, so I think we actually just take the red-blue land. Because they can't actually Lukka unless they draw another red source. I can't counter anything anyway. Awesome million. Okay, so they do have another land. So they have to play the Yorion now, I think. What's in their graveyard? They have a Teferi in the graveyard. So we can just agent steal. This is on 1. We can just steal their Yorion. I like that. Why would we steal Yorion? We can just keep taking lands. We don't care about Yorion at all. Other than the fact that ECD getting back to Fairy bouncing Yorion is kind of bad, but we're just going to take their red sources still. Next turn, we can play our Yorion, flicker both agents, and 2 omens. Okay, they're keep going, keep going. They don't have a red source, though. So definitely going to lead with Yorion here. How much mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. They could have a counter spell, but if they have Mystical Dispute, I can pay for it. Okay. So they could have Tail's End. Still think this is the best. Okay, they did not have Tail's End. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to take this and a way to make tokens. They're scrying. Two to the bottom. Lukka's good. We want veto. Oh, this is great. Yeah, we'll keep any type of counter magic. Oh yeah. Do we have a creature to get back? No, we do not. Narset, sure. We have still got an agent left, so let's just get it. Keep taking their red sources. We have counter magic up with this Teferi. Got the win! Whoo, baby! Nice. 3-0. Well, we're going to restart this MTG arena because it is a little bit glitchy. Thanks, Hadrian. Looks like everything's recovered. Has stuff bounced back for chat? Is the stream lagging still for people? No lag? Perfect. This GeForce Experience thing bugs me sometimes. I never have it turned on, but it always says it's doing stuff. It's like a secret watcher. I feel him coming in the air, everything is making my feet. Oh, nice. Relogging in. Got Mythic Tier 1. Nice. Good art on Shark Typhoon. Okay, we can apply card styles, I think. No, we can't. That's funny. Still lagging. Says my frames is good. Ugh, I'm not allowed to add a card style. That's so funny. That's bizarre. Okay, we're 3-0. Oh, man. I'm gonna take a second here, folks. Just need to stretch my arms out. Oh, man. Oh. For all those people watching on YouTube begging for the next round, just realize this is part of being in a competitive scene. You gotta take those moments. I'm gonna do some push-ups to get some physical exercise. Oh. And then I'm gonna use the restroom really quick, but that shouldn't be too tricky. That was a horrible thing to say. Shouldn't take too long is what I meant to say. Let's go, chat. Oh, it's this like motivational thing my brother made. My older brother this time. Let's go. So they are playing. No companion probably means team or wreck. Oh no, they are. They're playing a Yorion deck. This is a amazing hand, especially on the draw. Because I mean, I have to be on the draw sometimes, but you don't always get hands like this. I think my sequence of land is going to be Sacred Foundry tapped, then Island, and then Castle Ardenvale. Get rid of Teferi. Plus. Oh my gosh, so I can bounce fires. I could also bounce both tokens, but then they're still just going to be able to go Yorion, Lukka. So I think we bounce fires to stop too many shenanigans. Then we just kind of hope for the best. Because we do have our own stuff set up. Our own engine rolling, so to speak. This is not the play of someone who has a Lukka, shall we say. I think we want to keep our Teferi around. I don't think they would attack like that into an Omen if they had a Lukka. I want to keep our Teferi around, though. And if they have Lukka, then they just outplayed me, but we aren't going to win this game by being a coward. They had it. Okay. I'm very surprised that they had Lukka there. Yeah, I think this game's over. I could have double blocked the 1/1s to prevent that, but I didn't think they'd risk the 1/1s if they had a way to Lukka. So let's think. Next turn they can make a token. No, they can play Yorion, make a token with Yorion. Look at this, yeah, they're going to steal 2 more things. Maybe we can get them with Shadow of the Sky on some stuff. No blocks. So if they go for Lukka here, for Yorion, in response to Yorion entering the battlefield, I can shatter. The stuff will still come back. Okay. I think now might be my moment. They played their 2 spells for the turn. Can't cast ECD at the moment, sadly. We're going to do this to maximize our odds of finding an island. Hopefully a Steam Vents. We need to be able to get Teferi into play this turn. Unfortunate, and now I think we do lose here. They get to get 2 more agents. That was unfortunate. It all came down to whether or not we double blocked those 1/1s, and I think us beating them if they had Lukka was a possibility, but we have 2 of our own Lukkas in that situation as well. They're just going to keep taking lands. Yep. Yeah, we can scoop it up here. They finally realized how Yorion... Actually, they could have done Yeah. So that was all. It kind of all came down to that decision, but I think it was going to be rough to win. We take Omen out, Shatter, Solar Blaze, the Fires. We bring in Tail's End, Mystical Disputes, End Games, Fry, and 2 more Vetoes. And we take out a Birth. So we're on the play this time, so this is going to be the easier game to win. The next one is we're back on the draw. That game was really close to being us making it. If we had, I think we wanted to keep a thing for us to use Lukka with, because it didn't seem like they would attack if they had Lukka. But yeah, we could have traded off with both tokens, and that game would have played out very differently. Okay, focus up now. Play first. Definitely mulligan this hand. And definitely keep this one. This is a good hand. I'm going to get rid of the Commence for now, because we just want to make sure we hit our early land drops. Except we want white mana, so we're going to get rid of Steam Vents. May the Force be with you. We could take a Shark Typhoon and make a 1/1. It's decent for pressuring. It gives us a token for if we draw Lukka. I'm okay with that. And we aren't tapping out this turn anyway. One coming in hot. There's the land we wanted. I'm going to do this now. Just keep digging. Thank you, Narset. Not a fortuitous timing on that one. We definitely want to get another activation out of this Narset if we can, so we'll definitely block one of these. Easy counter there. They just walked into it. They don't have a... It looks like they're missing a land drops, maybe. Nope. They are not missing land drops. See what we find here. There's a Lukka. I like taking that. Let's dig for a land here. Definitely want both of these. Actually, we might just want a 6th land. Missing land drops can be pretty punishing. So next turn we're going to play Omen and hold up Veto. This is actually really good for us. They can resolve Teferi here or something. They're just holding up. They're missing land drops. It's a good holding pattern for us. They know we have Lukka. They scribe both to the top. We will sacrifice one of these on their end of turn. Incredibly surprising that they didn't play this untapped to keep open the option of making a token. We're going to play Birth here. Really good draw. So they're missing land drops. We're going to try and scry land at the top here. Narset. These are both really good cards, but we just need a land right now. Teferi's really good. Oh yeah, Teferi's great. Okay, they used the Dovin's Veto there. Peck in for one. Just going to stop them from finding answers. Give me a land here right now. This is so close. Oh, if we'd drawn a land that turn, I think we would have won. Okay, so what are we finding here? That's a really good one. So we have Lukka with Dovin's Veto backup. 3, 4, 5, 6. They are still missing land drops, so we know they have all spells, so I don't think it makes sense to go for it here. We could have gone for Yorion on our Omen. That's okay. I think I like Narset. So if we go for the Lukka, they can counter it. We could also just cast this. Take a land. I think I like going with Narset. And if they do have a counter spell, they have to use it on that. Mystical Dispute's good. Play land. Definitely not attacking because I need to protect this Narset. They had 2 mana. They had 2 Triomes. We'll make them pay 3. Okay, so they used a Dispute. They kill our Yorion, they kill our Elspeth. We'll play around Dovin's Veto and negates and stuff. I'm going to take the Elspeth Conquers Death. I have a lot of good stuff in my graveyard. Okay, they have Lukka. They take it back. Okay. Well, we have to go for it. I think they have Dovin's Dispute. I've been trying to play around it, yeah. I mean Dovin's Veto. They can block here and take that. That is awesome, Just like. Thanks for keeping me up to date. I'm gonna scry. I don't need any more 1/1s. I think I need to cold draw another agent to take this Elspeth Conquers Death. They're probably going to reset it with their Yorion. Yeah, this looks like game. Yeah, that's not going to be good enough. I think now I need to find Teferi. Yep. They just get to flicker, take 2 of my things. Oh yeah, I can't cast stuff now. Yeah, it was not going to matter. They could have bounced it. They had slightly more gas in the tank than I did. The first game was incredibly close, as was the second. Oh, this is the one that I own. Okay. Take the token, eh? Okay, that's the one we wanted to draw. Play Teferi. 4, 5, 6, 7. Bounce our agent to our hand. Oh no. Oh no. If I had taken their Teferi and then bounced their Yorion. No, and then bounced. No, I had to take a flyer. If I didn't, then I couldn't get rid of both flyers. Yeah, this game's just over. There's nothing I could do there at the end. So game 1 was the decision not to block both tokens, which was a really close one, I think. And then game 2 was we both kind of struggled on hit lands or value generating plays. Ooh, nice. And slightly off in terms of what I drew compared to what I needed to draw. But 3-1 is still a great record. I'm pretty happy with where we're at. Shazam is our next foe. Oops. We lose the die roll, unfortunately. Another Yorion matchup. This is a great hand. We just want Lukka as soon as possible. Teferi for early interaction. Fortunately, being on the draw blows, but, you know, it's not as big of a deal. And they mulligan, so that's nice. And we have all the colors we need, all our mana. This is just where you hope for the best. You're like, okay, I hope they don't have the nut combo. We have the nut combo. This stops disruption. Token, Lukka. Life total isn't super relevant, but I don't really want to cycle a Shark Typhoon for no value, so we'll do it. 3, 4, 5. That's our curve here. They could have some sort of interaction here. Yep, they have a Singleton Dovin's Veto as well. Do they have fires? Yes, they do. Do they have a token maker? Yes, they do. They do not have a second red source, however. We do not have a 5th land yet. Mostly Yorion mirrors. Not only Yorion mirrors, but oh, they don't need the 5th land. They just need a Lukka. Do they have it, or do they not have it? And they have it. It's quite unfortunate, to say the least. Yeah, they just have the Stone Cold Nuts. We can't win this game. Okay, game 2. Because they get to play it, flicker it, all that shenanigans. So they had the Stone Cold Nut draw on the plate, and I have nothing I can do there. So not even going to worry myself there. So we get rid of our Omen. We get rid of our Shatter. 2 Solar Blazes. And Fires. Birth of Meletus. So it was slightly unfortunate there. We are 3 in 1 hand, Ariel. That was just like one of those games where there's nothing I can do. They mulliganed into the absolute perfect draw that I can't interact with, especially when they counter my Teferi. We will play first. We will keep this. Yeah, we don't really want to lose resources, but this hand is a little bit clunky. We need to draw just 1 land, though, to make it way less clunky, so we're going to keep this. We're playing this land tapped because this way we get to kind of know more about our draw steps on which one of these will come in untapped in the future. Am I afraid of being sniped by opponents? Not particularly. I think people are generally not sniping. Okay, well we needed to draw a land in those 2 draw steps. And we did not get there on the land front. This hand is definitely one that could lose. Yeah, we're definitely letting that resolve. Any blue source would be great here. Let's just start deploying these Narsets. 1 top, 1 bottom, okay. And we lose, but it was a noble effort, I think. There's just, yeah. We had some time to find a land. We were just going to start jamming Narsets, but we just kind of... We had some interaction for an early drop, but... We don't even have a second blue, which is the real problem here. Because we can't Mystic Dispute their Mystic Dispute, yeah. Oh man, rough way to end the day. I think we have a lot of blue sources in the deck, so I think it was fine to keep this hand. They have an Elspeth Conquers Death now. Yep. That's just horrible. I don't know if I'm supposed to mulligan that hand though. It doesn't seem like a hand I'm supposed to mulligan. Like if I replace these with a different combination of lands. Just going to keep that out of play. They can flicker it with Yorion, stuff like that. Spend my mana, because I'm just going to hope to draw an island here. Or not. Islands are overrated, as we all know. So are lands in general. Yeah, we lose. They take our blue source. We cannot win. Oh, man. What a rough way to end the day. That was a rough defeat. The last round was super grindy and close, and then this round was not super close. Game 1 we lost to the Stone Cold Nuts. Game 2 we did not get to play. The thing was that hand looks really good. Like if we look at the deck list, I can show you. This is the deck list. If we draw, like if we're looking at our mana base, so we had these 3 lands, so, and we couldn't cast the Narset here, but if we draw Fabled Passage, Triome, Temple, Steam Vents, Hallowed Fountain, or Island, the hand like actually shapes up and does stuff. And then we can just like start doing stuff with our hand. Like most of our land drops, like sure, the 3 planes, this is 5 lands, 6, 7. We had like 7 lands that were kind of blanks. Like these ones wouldn't have been the best, but they would have still been lands. We had like 11 lands that weren't the best, but we have 4, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 17, 21, 24, 25, 29, 33, 4, 8, 12, 15, 19, 23, 25, 27, 29, 32. We have 36 lands in our deck, and we had about 25 that would have been good to draw in the first 3 turns of the game, because we had 3 land drops to make. So we had second turns draw a step, third turns draw a step, and fourth turns. We had 3 draw steps. We had 25 lands that would have been pretty good to draw to help us cast our Narset. And we had our interaction in the form of Mystical Dispute. Mulliganing is generally not that good in control mirrors because you need all your resources. But yeah, I think that hand was a fine keep. It was definitely an interesting one for sure. If you were watching this on YouTube and you made it all the way till the end, we still had a pretty good finish, 3-2 in a hopefully relatively competitive field. I was very happy with how I played. We got 6,000 gems, so that's nothing to scoff at. So pretty fun stuff there. The games we lost were really quite close, and the games that were like just hinging on small decisions here and there, and the games that we won were pretty one-sided. It felt like we won the mirror match one time, we lost the mirror match a couple times, but yeah, overall a pretty fun experience, and I am glad. If you made it all the way to the end, leave a hashtag 3-2. No, that would be a spoiler. Leave a hashtag too much Narset to let me know you made it all the way to the end of the video, because that will show you that you watched that last game. Remember to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment in the comment section down below. You can catch me streaming live at twitch.tv/NicolaiBolas, and you can join the NicolaiBolas community Discord server to talk about all things Magic. You can also support me on Patreon, patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. But we did get 6,000 gems for our efforts. Pretty fun time, definitely a cool tournament, and I'm glad that I made it to day 2 to participate. But yeah, that's going to do it for the video, and I'll see you next time.